Welcome to ACD Combatives, your combatives and control tactics channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. You break it down, you're doing a straight thrust. Remember see, I'm not even gonna move. You remember how I was like, go ahead and do it again? That's not gonna work. That's a classic hot keto technique. It's not that it couldn't work. Maybe my timing is perfect and I'm Bruce Lee and I can make it work. So what I like to teach is, and now this time, a lot of times it's actually rare that it's straight in. It's more of a curve. It doesn't matter if it's straight in or a curve. I like to frame you. Just like in jiu-jitsu we frame, and just in Krav we frame. Same thing. Go ahead and step again. I frame. Right here, just above the elbow. This hand can do one of two things. I like to drive into you to get this hand time to grab the wrist, and then I make head contact. Or, just as good, but different, I double frame, which is my personal preference. Because then I drive in, or I turn it into something like this. I did this to you yesterday, remember? Yep. What the frame is doing is buying you time to get to your techniques. That's what the flinch response does. Let's say I'm the world's greatest boxer, but even I have a bad day, and I'm paying attention to the waiter, and you're like, dude, no, fuck you, this is my seat, and all of a sudden you throw that punch, and I'm a boxer, and I'm trying to do this kind of stuff when I'm late. This frame, going again, buys me, oh, now I'm a boxer, you know what I'm saying? It is the catalyst to all your other skills. So if you're a great striker, you know that's where you're going to shine. This flinch response, or I call it instinct-based tactics, will give you time to do that. That's a huge core of Krav, like the 360 punch / block at the same time. That's what it does. It buys you time to be an asshole.
And you're
really tired. Yeah.
You're right in that space.
It opens up the clinch range. Versus just trying to, if you throw stiff me again, and I try to just grab and stab again, but I try to do some kind of stuff like this, it could work. I'm not saying it never would, but I think we both realize that it's probably not. And one thing I told you yesterday, and I apologize, but it is my mindset. I said, you will always get cut. There is no always. There has been police officers and people in general, soldiers, Joe citizens who have been engaged on the street against a guy with a knife and didn't get cut. Just don't be surprised if you do get cut, is all I'm saying. So you come in with a knife and I'm framing. Or come in with the knife again and I'm framing. It gives me time to grab it because this is perfect. And then I can come in and see how I'm controlling the joint and see if we're gonna get that on camera. I've got this here, and you can start slicing me with the knife anyway. Chances are I'm not going to get too much damage because I'm really hooked up here. And if I am a cop, chances are I'm wearing a vest that will protect me from shallow, nicky type stuff. It's not going to protect me from a ice pick attack. It could protect me from cuts as long as, if this is like an inch of body armor, it could easily protect me. But if he's strong and this is a real sharp knife, he can still get through. So you come in again, I got that boom. See, this time it went high. I didn't even know you. I thought you were going to go low.
Yep.
And I thought wrong, didn't I? But so at the same time, I was able to still adapt. And now I could come in something like this. And I've got this knife. Then I might grab it. You see, I had to keep myself from falling.
Yep.
And here I would just start dropping my knee on your face. I didn't plan any of that. The problem with knife defense is I have 2 or 3 plans, as in this is a plan, this is a plan, and while we were working on the arm pass, do it again, boom, and then I can run away. Or if I'm Joe Citizen with a knife or a detective, drop the knife, get on your stomach, that kind of stuff. That's when I have the firearm involved. Now I can control the scene. What just became chaos, I was able to buy me enough time to control the firearm. So I'm here, I've drawn, let's say you're like, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you anyway. Now I can bam, 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 bam. I'm gonna fire my weapon until there's no longer a threat. Go ahead and tap me again. Bang, 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 bang. I'm not gonna, because you're gonna be faster forward than I'm backwards. So I'm gonna keep it in tight. I'm using my weapon. And boom, 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 boom. So at this close, they're all gonna hit you. I don't have time to like, like you saw in the old time days over there. I don't have time for that. Most people are right-handed. If it was me for real, I would be in tight, protecting my chin or my jugular, because I'm in tight here. Yeah, and I'm really tight. I like to continuously attack. I had so much success with that in knife fighting classes. People that were thinking sport, and I'd literally lunge towards their face, and it just distracts them, and I'll keep going. I'm gonna let you practice this in a second, but just stand right there.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because this is also with a baton, 7, and then 8. Pummel strike. That's my system. It's not.
No, it's in craft too.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
That exact number system
Yeah,
is what I
the
developed.
same number
Okay.
system.
Awesome. Some
Then
use 12.
it goes like this too, then comes back.
Yeah, it's very similar.
And go.
Their 7 is more like this.
Yeah.
Because I teach baton, my 7 is a structural reinforcement, boom, or 7 with a baton like this. And then 8 is a pummel strike to the chest, or the meaty part, not to the head. But this basic knife stuff is part of my system. Because I want to learn how to defend against a knife, I still need to know a little about the knife. So I'm a big believer in having some basic fighting skills so you understand the weapon you're defending against.
Okay.
So you come in at me, boom. And that time, again, you're favoring that, and I'm still thinking you're gonna go low. Don't change it, because that's what's so beautiful about this. If you do this, and I'm great. But let's say I think you're gonna go straight, and then you go high. Uh-oh. So I just shown that traditional move is bullshit if you don't read the same manual I read. So my defense is this is super important. This is optional. But that's one reason I like this block, because if you go high instead of low, I can still bring it up to defend myself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I'll attack you, sorry. And we're gonna do this slow, don't worry about speed, don't worry about tension. I want you to just, so it's I'm stepping in. This is fine too, but what I literally do if you're coming in at me, I'm using my rear, I'm changing my front leg, making it my back leg, and I'm attacking you. So going again, boom! Yeah. Now this way, you come around like this, push it away, and run.
What we got we done?
Yeah, I took all that stuff off. This is still tangled up in my...
That's
So-
what happens at the airport. You
Yeah.
got all this stuff up? No? Yeah, I did.
I got a
It's still hanging.
tweezers! Uh-oh! Call the FBI.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come in, boom, okay. Think about just the rear hand first. Frame it in like a good solid 90 degree. Yeah. Boom, and now that or that. One is gonna be more natural feeling. Don't worry about which one works better for you. Use it. Just know that the other exists.
Yeah.
Don't be so worried about disarming the knife or even touching the knife. That's going to be a difference between Krav. Krav is very, where they like to do the cavalier as much as possible to get that knife out. Totally correct. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I try not to even worry about the knife once it's out of play. It could still be in your hands and still kind of be out of play. Like if I'm here, I'm more worried if I'm so focused on that knife, I might be doing something to give you my back. So this is the real threat, the enemy's brain. So if I, boom, now I should be worried about the knife. I'm gonna come in slow and methodical, coming in straight, boom, yeah. Now think it through. Don't be overly concerned about what technique you use. If something's gonna come to you from Krav that feels natural, go for it.
Just think, I want to get out of this situation.
Yeah. Yes, that was good. You never, again, I don't want to say never. I always prefer to be, and I don't know what you guys call it in Krav. I call this open and outside, or the dead side, because it's safer out here than it is in here. Both are good defense, but whenever I have a choice and I have an ability to choose, I will go to the outside. I won't do it at the expense of the technique, though. If what happens naturally is an inside defense rather than an outside defense, I'll take what you give me.
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out.